AV audio session is initialized as well. And they like obviously they have permission to record, otherwise I wouldn't see the blipping up and down.
Yep.
So I can let me show you. Can I share my screen and just show you guys what I
Sure.
uh
Sure thing.
what my flow should work?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I need to
Oh, I
when
probably
do you
have to
guys
give
need
you.
to yeah.
Uh, who can share? Everyone. Start. Okay, try that.
Yep. Share screen. All right, so I'm just sharing my whole desktop. Okay, do you guys see my screen? Okay,
Sure.
all right. Sorry, let me press play here. So yeah, like I said, it works great in the cookbook. I have the cookbook running right here. But um, um, uh-oh, sounds weird. Oh, it's because I restarted my audio service. Sorry, I have to restart the simulator. Hopefully I don't kill my audio service. But while we're waiting for it to launch, so when the view initializes, I basically so I create an audio engine statically, and I lazy load um, the inputs for the mixer. So I lifted this right out of the cookbook, and I
Hmm.
set the output of the engine to be the mixer. And then I start the engine, and then I don't initialize it anymore. And then once I press the record button, I create a new node recorder using the same engine input, and I tap into it with my own rolling plot that I created, and then I record. And then once I stop recording, I commented out my stops, but I also have it when I stop recording. It stops my tap, and it also stops the recording if it's recording.
So the recording is recording the input, and the tap is
Yeah,
also tapping the input.
yeah.
Okay, that's probably your problem. Um,
Oh, okay.
put a
Well,
put a mixer
I
after
tried.
it. Do you try what
Oh,
I'm about to
sorry.
say? I was going to say put a mixer that does nothing in the chain after the input, and then record off of the input, and then uh, do your plot on the mixer, because you can only tap one node at a time, and it could be
So
that your plot
I
is
tried.
taking those nodes.
One thing I also tried is just commenting out my plotting as well.
Okay,
That didn't
well
work
then
either.
that's not it.
Um, but yeah, so let me just show you guys. So and I have this little hack thing right here. So when I kind of get this audio, like when I try to get the audio file, I just try to play it back, and it doesn't play back anything, and that's probably why it's not saving anything either. Um, so if I press, let me just press add gratitude here, and I press this record button down here. You can see my little plot here, and I press this. So when I press this button here, it's going to stop recording, and it should have played back my audio, but it didn't.
Could that be some sort of race condition, or they're like you're stopping and then immediately trying to play? Like
So one
stopping the
thing,
recording could be like finishing up the file
yeah.
and then you're already accessing it.
So one thing I tried to do also is I just tried to do dispatch q.main.async. I tried running this asynchronously on the next basically the next run cycle.
Or you could
Um,
even do async after, give it a delay of a few seconds to see if that helps. And
Well,
uh,
okay, so why are you doing all this in a what is it, property accessor or whatever it's called?
oh, this is just for a test. This is just for my testing. so I could just try playing it back.
What grabs the URL, audio file URL?
But when I actually go and try to upload the file.
Okay.
So where is that? So that gets called from this
That's only-
audio.
That's
Sorry?
just happening once.
Yeah, it's just happening one time.
Uh-huh. Okay, and you expect it. Okay, well, why don't we put a breakpoint in there? See what's going on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Taylor, do you work for Rev?
Rev? No.
Rev? No. Okay. Sorry. You look exactly like somebody I talked to recently,
Okay.
and yeah.
What's
sorry.
Rev?
It's an audio. It's a live captioning service, Rev.io, and
Cool.
you just input audio into it, and they automatically generate live captions from it.
Nice.
All right, so if let me just press this button here. Let me just record. Hello, and then I press this button right here. All right, so what do you want me to output here?
Well, how long is do we have the audio file? Let's see what that
Yeah,
file is.
so I put like audio file. It's a AV audio file.
Yeah, what's
That's
the length
from
of
the
that?
node. Record audio file. Can you get the duration from this? Yeah, you can. So it's 0.
Well, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So node recorder. So node recorder in the first place is not recording anything, I guess. Right?
Not anymore, no.
So our problem is before even calling this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Well, where do we set up the node recorder and everything?
So then where I set up the node recorder is right here. So when I render my view for the first time, or every time I re-render my view, I'd create a node recorder if it's set to recording. So if I put a breakpoint here, it only does this one time.
Okay.
So
it only does it
stop
once.
and rerun this guy.
You're telling me it does it once, right? Yeah, if
Yeah.
record equals nil and you're recording.
Yeah. And to verify that, we can just look at the pointer for it, the memory address of this recorder and that recorder, and just to make sure they're the same. So
I believe you. I believe you that it's going to be the same.
I'm just double checking too because I don't.
Nice little echo myself.
I hear it too.
It sounds so nasal.
Is it for me?
Echo. Don't know.
It's gone now.
Shoot, what am I looking for here? Self recorder. So the recorder is nil. Afterwards, the recorder is
7,480.
Okay, so when I press play, I'll share a breakpoint here. Let's press this upload button. Okay, and let's just do same one, right? Okay. Yeah.
You can just see it there. It's 7,480.
Yeah.
So why don't we figure out what's going on inside the recorder?
Sure. So let's go into node recorder.
Okay,
right.
And that uses how does this work? Or does it use a tap or something?
So it creates a temporary file, temporary AV. Sorry, if you want to explain.
I've
Yes,
lost
probably knows everyone
my.
around here.
By the way, do you call recorder.stop?
Yes.
Okay, let's make sure that that gets
Yeah.
called just in case. What was the question about? How does a recorder work?
Yeah, it's, can we go back to it? Is it a node?
No, it's a tap.
No.
It's a tap, okay.
Yeah.
So where does it install a tap? Just search for tap in this file.
Oh, I see.
There it is, install
Okay.
tap, line 142.
Yeah.
Okay, and then block is process. Let's go to that block. Okay, let's put a breakpoint
this
on
guy?
that block. Let's make sure that block is being called.
Okay. So I gotta rerun this guy. Okay. All right. Hello, hello, hello. It's not being called.
Okay, okay, all right. We're just moving back here. In the process. So that block is not being called. So was the tap installed? That's the next thing to check. Where it says install tap, see install tap line 142, put a breakpoint there.
Okay.
I did see that log get called down in this console, so I think it did.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What happened? I missed that.
The log was printed into the console, so we're pretty sure the tap happened.
I'm wondering if like breakpoints aren't even working. All right, so that's getting called. Yeah, so the tap isn't actually processing. Okay, so what I'm gonna try to do is step into install tap and see what's going on in there. Is that a good idea? Bad idea?
I don't think stepping into install tap, you're not gonna be able to see what's going on.
Oh, is it an AV Foundation thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, what is bus here?
I mean, it probably is installing tap and then something else is coming along and removing that tap. Right?
Yeah.
And the plot is gone. Did you comment the
Oh no,
plot
I didn't
out?
comment. No, let me comment that out. Okay.
Oh, didn't we have this problem that like taps get blown away if you make connections or something dynamically? All right.
Yes. But are you making Dynamics connect? Like, are you changing the connections at all? I don't think he is.
Like after starting.
What do you mean by changing direction?
Well, you had a mixer in there and you were adding stuff to it.
Oh, that's only the first time ever.
But is a tap already there when that happens? Because if it is,
No,
it's going to get
it's
blown
not.
away. Okay.
Yeah, no.
So where does the recording start again?
So the recording, it starts when I press that record button, pretty much.
Okay, and then but all the mixer, everything's all hooked up before then.
Yes.
Aren't you have like a dynamically created object in that tap callback, right? Something gets created every time you tap it. Is that the node recorder?
It's this sorry, every time I press that record button, it creates a new node recorder. But I'm not uninitializing it or anything like that.
So okay, so you'll just end up with like a bunch of them or something. I'm wondering if like you could do that before the tap happens and you have it there ready. And then all you're doing is sort of like, recording to it or not.
Yeah, initially I actually had it, which is
Okay.
a single mode recorder. It's still,
Yeah.
and it's still the same thing.
Cool. Okay.
And I might go back to that.
Do we have a
later,
way of
but,
just looking at what taps are on a node? No, that's just like really opaque.
Yeah, not that I know of.
So let me try commenting out my plot here. If I go into my plot class, where is it? I moved everything around. I want to say it's in utils. Yeah. Yeah, so this tap only happens if I call start. Otherwise, it's not going to create any taps. Yeah, it calls this that node and only does it once. But let's just put a breakpoint in here as well. Let's see if we're calling multiple taps. But I did comment it out though. So it shouldn't do any plotting.
Okay.
You had said that you did something different with your engine. I wonder if it's a different engine by the time you do that. I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing differently I did with the engine was I just made a static variable. That shouldn't really make a difference. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. This guy. And then I initialize it when I initialize the view. So let me try recording. Yeah, single node recorder. Install the tap. Oh, it's processing now.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so my tap seems to be breaking it, I think. So hello.
Let's see the size of the audio file.
Oh, shoot, I gotta run that again.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay, this guy. Hello. Oh, I can hear now. Okay. And how come my breakpoint didn't go off? And that was weird. But it recorded and I played and it played back. Let me see if oh geez. Okay, let me delete all these 10 files. Try that again. Okay. Oops. Let's play here. Okay. Play. Hello. Okay, press upload. Okay. So I do recorder. Actually, audio file. Duration. Okay, so now, so it is my tap that's the issue, it looks like. Let me see if this CAF file is, yeah, so the actual file, the temporary output is still 4 kilobytes.
Okay.
But let's see if, I also convert it though. I convert it to an M4A. Let me see if the M4A, all right, so the M4A is actually working. So it is, looks like it is my tap. Hello. Okay. So figured out what the issue is. So it is because of my tap, it turns out. I thought I don't know what I did differently, but
What is your
so you're
tap
saying
there?
So I was just saying
So
you
my-
can't tap things with two different things. So one tap at a time.
And that's just an AV audio engine limitation.
Yep.
So there's nothing we can do about that.
Isn't it? I think there's actually you can tap each of the buses of the node. I think once or something like that. I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's probably that could very well be true.
Yeah, well,
Is
we
there
only have
any-
one bus here, right?
Yeah, we don't do a lot with buses in there.
I thought it used to throw an error if you tried to tap twice. Did we get rid of that error? Because that might be
Yeah, it would be
useful to
good
people,
to-
or at least
good to
allow.
have.
No. So here's the deal with tap. I had implemented it somehow wrongly, and it was very slow. So we tapped. We figured out a way to do tap completely on our own, and it was fast. It was pretty good. And then in that case, we could actually tell you that it was tapping. We might have been able to tap the same thing multiple times, but then we found out that all I needed to do was like access a certain variable in the AV audio engine tap, and it was fast, and it was Apple. It was just, it was their code. So we figured, well, let's just go back to that tap. And since then, we haven't had that warning. Pretty sure that's how it went down.
But we could still keep track of what, well, as long as you're not like writing your own taps, right? If you're using the AudioKit taps, then we could keep track of what taps are,
That's true.
are in existence and
We might
errors.
want to do that anyway for like redrawing the graph eventually, right? Like reinstalling the taps. I think we decided that was,
Yeah, we got to do that.
yeah.
Yeah, we got to reinstall taps after changing the graph around. It just kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of fun. It kind of reminded me like when my mom has some tech support, and she always tells me, "I tried that," and then we do the same thing and it fixes it. And she said, "But I tried that." You didn't try that. But yeah, there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Yeah, I think what I tried was I tried it before I exported to M4A. So I was just trying to see. It was just going off of this audio file and not the I don't know. I did something differently before, I think, when I tried it. So I got a question. So so just to double check. So I should have a second mixer essentially, and set the engine input to be that mixer and tap into that mixer.
Yeah, it's basically you're saying, I mean, you can almost do it for you. Just say, let mixer equal mixer of input, and then change your recording view mixer, whatever, the silencer, wherever the silencer's input is, make it be that secondary mixer. Yeah, it's right above, right? So silencer equals fader of input. Just put something right in front of that. Let's let mixer equal mixer of input, and then make this other be, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so I don't want to take up your guys' time. So it's just something. So silencer input equals to like something like that.
No, I would just say like let plot node equal mixer of input. Okay.
So the mixer class is just mixer.
Just mixer input, and then change silencer from fader input to fader plot node.
And fader to
plot node. But mixer just takes input. Yeah, exactly. And then you'll be able to install the tap on that plot node for your plot instead.
Okay. So this is the guy I'm tapping into.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta expose this guy.
Yeah, I'm sure you can work out the details.
Yeah, I can figure that out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. All right.
Cool.
Appreciate it, guys.
Sure thing.